What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and in this one I'm going to be explaining the Crypto.com Visa card. I feel like there's a lot of confusion around it. A lot of people don't necessarily understand how it works and why it's actually beneficial to be using this card, or I should say these cards. Now, me personally, I've ordered a card and it is coming in, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because when it does come in, I'll be doing a proper review video talking about how to use it, the benefits of that specific card, and it's a video that you're not going to want to miss. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, like I said, because I post a bunch of content about crypto and just stocks in general. Now, let's get right into the Crypto.com Visa card. If you haven't checked out my previous videos about Crypto.com, make sure you check that out as well. And in this one, like I said, we're just going to be talking about the Visa cards. Now, Crypto.com Visa card, you guys can go check out their website. It's very cool. I like the design. The only crypto card you need. And guys, this is a card that has no annual fees, okay? Obviously, right off the bat, that's cool. And guys, I just want to quickly, just look at this, guys. These cards are so beautiful, very sleek design, and it just looks nice, right? Now, you can top up your cards with fiat or crypto. I'm going to get into that, because a lot of people kind of get concerned. They're like, oh, is this a credit card? Is it a debit card? Is it a prepaid card? And guys, you can get up to 8% back on your spending, which is nuts. But for a lot of us, we're not going to be getting 8%, and I'm going to get into that, okay? So, the card tier. So the way Crypto.com's card works is there are different tiers of cards. Now we have the highest card over here, which is Obsidian, followed by Frosted Rose Gold and Icy White. Again, those two cards are so beautiful too. And then we have the Royal Indigo and Jade Green, which is the third tier. The second tier is Ruby Steel, and the first, which is the lowest tier, is Midnight Blue. Now, we're going to get into what exactly these tiers are. I'm not going to go super in depth into every specific card because I want to make separate videos about that. And if you guys do want to see separate videos on specific cards, comment down below and say, hey, Radies, make a video on specific cards, and I'll be sure to do that and explain it in best detail. So Midnight Blue, we're just going to quickly go over it, right? So there is a Crow stake and there is a Crow non-stake. So for example, on Crypto.com, you obviously need to have Crypto.com, the app, installed. If you don't have it, use the link down below. I'm going to have a link from my Crypto.com referral link, and we'll both get $25. Now, with the Crow staking, pretty much for certain cards, you are able to stake certain amount of Crow, and Crow is the native token to Crypto.com, similarly to how Binance has BNB coin. Okay, so for the first tier, you don't need to have any Crow being staked, and pretty much when you stake Crow, you just have it there. Essentially, your Crow will be not frozen, but it will be staked. Okay, if you guys don't know what staking is, pretty much it will just be there and you have to just keep it on the platform for a specific amount of time. Now, with the Crow stake, like I said, if you click on this below, it says stake or staking means the holding of Crow in your Crypto.com app wallet for a period of 6 months. So with the Midnight Blue card, the lowest tier, you don't have to stake anything. With the Ruby Steel, $500, $5,000, $50,000, and $500,000. Now this is obviously in Canadian prices. Again, I'll just show you the guys the USD. Boom, it just makes everything 4,000, 40,000, 400,000. But again, we're just gonna go with CAD for the sake of this video. Now, with the Crow rewards, remember, if you are staking compared to non-staking, there are different benefits. So if you are not staking, you pretty much get nothing, right? You get 2%, 1.75%, 1.5%, 1%, 1%. I'm personally going to be staking my Crow. So you get 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, and then 8%. Again, I feel like for the majority of us, we probably, unless you guys are really caking and you guys are loaded, we probably won't be having these two cards. For the most part, we're either going to have the 3% card or the 2% card, or maybe even the 1% card, okay? So the card benefits, and this is obviously while you are staking your Crow, for the most part, I guess we'll go with the middle, right? You get 100% rebate on Spotify, and I'm going to explain that in a bit. 100% rebate on Netflix. If you have the Obsidian card, right? You also get Amazon Prime rebates, 10% back on Expedia purchases, and 10% back on Airbnb. You also get airport lounge access with a +1. You also get access to Crypto.com Private, which is pretty much like an upper echelon group. I'll explain that a bit. You earn bonus interest, exclusive merchandise welcome pack, which is so cool, and a private jet partnership. Again, if you guys want me to make a video specifically talking about the Obsidian card, let me know down below, okay? Me personally, again, I did actually get the Midnight Blue card. I am going to be upgrading to the Ruby Steel card probably sooner rather than later because I already have the Crow staked. And then ideally by the end of this year, I want to be able to get either the Royal Indigo or Jade Green card. And, you know, one day if I'm able to get the Frosted Rose Golden Icy White card, I will be doing that as well. And obviously, guys, I'm going to be documenting the whole journey, so make sure you subscribe. Now, the card limits. There is a free ATM withdrawal per month. Again, you guys can look at it right here. I don't want to get too involved into that, but guys, Crypto.com private, right? Ooh, like I said, it's just like an interesting like group, like an upper echelon like club almost, and you get all of these, you know, bonuses. We're not going to get too into that, like I said. And guys, the whole point of the card is you can actually reserve and manage your card in the Crypto.com app. And again, it's very easy to use. It's a nice interface, and it's actually very interesting as well. Now, there's some frequently asked questions, but I want to really go over a few things. First off, if you guys are looking to get, you know, specific information based off of your location, wow, that rhymed. Go and check out this blog. Now, not only will this blog have a bunch of information, but it has information based off of where you're from. So for example, if you're in the US, APAC, I'm not too sure what that even means. If you're from Europe, if you're from Canada, obviously I'm from Canada. So if you guys want that specific information, go and check it out. Now, let's talk about the issuing status. So for me personally, what I'm seeing is it gets shipped within a week or two. Unless you're in Singapore, it takes, you know, less than a week, which is amazing. But for me, it has been said it's been shipping. It will say your card is issued, and then within like a week or two, it will you'll be shipped. Okay, so expect, I would say, like about less than a month worth of time. And obviously, I know these guys are definitely trying to improve, and obviously with what's going on in the world with COVID, I believe they are expecting delays as well. Okay, now moving on, the benefits, right? So like I said, you get 10% purchase rebates for Expedia, Airbnb. One thing that I want to mention is there is obviously a limit. So for example, if I go over here, there is a limit of $50 per month on Expedia. For Airbnb, it is a limit of $100 a month. And obviously Spotify and Netflix, you guys know the prices of that. You get 100% of a rebate, okay? Another thing is, guys, I believe these cards have to be like you can't use, it has to be like the recurring payment. So you can't like claim it after. And that's from my understanding. Like I said, guys, go and check this stuff out because yeah, another thing is like there are like, I guess, like delays or whatnot. Again, I don't think that's like, I don't think that's too much of a like problem. You will be getting the reimbursement, but again, remember, it has to be the monthly payment option instead of the annual one for this. So again, just make sure you guys look through this because if you are trying to get all these benefits, you want to make sure you're doing them properly, right? Another thing is, so also right here, like you also need to make sure obviously you change the payment method, and yeah, pretty straightforward. Like just make sure you go through this, make sure you do it properly, okay? Another thing is, where can you use the Crypto.com Visa card? So obviously this is the huge thing, right? Because obviously we want to use these cards so we get the cash back. Me personally, I am going to be looking to use this card as much as I possibly can, and pretty much anywhere where you see the Visa logo, you can use, okay? One thing though is, remember, the Crypto.com card is a Visa debit card, and certain merchants, and I've actually experienced this before, they actually require a credit card transaction. So pretty much car rental companies or hotels, you are going to need a credit card, and you also may be required to use a credit card to apply for subscription-based services like online or mobile, right? So remember, guys, it's not like you can't use this for everything. It's just certain things you might not be able to use. And for compliance reasons, you can't use the cards for gambling services, cash advances, or crypto purchases, which makes sense because obviously people will probably be able to abuse the cashback program, right? Again, that's there. And with upgrading your card, because obviously, like I said, me myself, I'm going to be upgrading my card. This is in Canada. You just go to the wallet, you just on the app click upgrade, very easy. And if you don't have any Crow stake, you just click stake and you will be able to upgrade. Again, very easy. And yeah, it's very, very straightforward. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Another thing is, guys, from my understanding, you're only able to have one card at a time, right? So if there is a balance on your Crypto.com and you want your funds returned, because remember, this is a Visa card, and the way it works is you have to have money in your debit card so you can spend it, right? That's how a debit card works, and that's how this works too. You need to top up your card with funds, and if you don't have enough funds, then you won't be able to use the card, obviously. Another thing is, guys, if you do send money to your card, you're not able to get it back unless you pay this $50 fee. So remember, unless you plan on using this card often, don't put money into your card. Don't top up your card unless you know that you're going to be using it, or else you're going to have to pay that $50 fee. And another thing is, if you want to close your Crypto.com Visa card, you're gonna have to contact the support team or send an email. And another thing, guys, is you cannot have more than one card. So if you're trying to upgrade your card, you actually have to close the previous card. So when I upgrade from the Midnight Blue card to the Ruby Red card, or Ruby Steel, sorry, I'm gonna have to close this card and then use this one. Now, I'm not too sure if there is a fee associated with closing this card. I would hope not, and luckily it isn't a credit card, so I won't be getting any credit score hit. So that's just another thing to know, okay? Now, pretty much, guys, that's pretty much the premise of the whole Crypto.com Visa cards. If you guys have any questions down below, make sure you just leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer all of them. And another thing is, guys, a lot of these questions are, like I said, probably answered in these blog posts and whatnot, so make sure you check those out as well. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, stay seeking success.